looking for. Okay, so this building is LOB Enterprises. Along with some hostile robots. Great. Hello. And, LOB Enterprises is not exactly what it appears to be. Employee ID missing. Low-grade military-class weaponry at all times. In the event of a hostile takeover, your desk can be used as a makeshift barricade. Cafeteria privileges are suspended in the event of a hostile takeover. So what happened here? Also some scrap here to make some of the weapons in the game. I've already made shish kebab, so I don't need any of that stuff. Take the vacuum cleaner. Go ahead, play with this leaf blower. Playing with a leaf blower. That is the most childish thing I've ever heard of. I always enjoy how spoopy abandoned buildings are. But, you haven't met Spoopy until you get into one of the DLCs. Now, this one location is actually in the vanilla game, but it's expanded upon once you get the DLC. So that's why I've kind of been avoiding going there, even though the last bobblehead we need is there before we get the special stat bobbleheads. The reason I'm not doing that is if you hold off and get a specific perk, you can make it so you can have a perfect 10 in all of your stats. So it's a fun way to break the game. Since when did breaking games become my specialty? Don't watch me play Skyrim. The game will be begging for mercy from me. I'll take the teddy bear from Marie. weapons policy. We already read that. Evacuation policy. All executive staff not under penalty are to be evacuated from the building via the archives and connected civic tunnels. All other personnel will remain behind to safeguard active projects from imminent federal inquiry. Ha. The LOB Republic. Sovereign LOB Republic. That is a language they use to describe the Chinese in this game. And there's a stealth boy behind this person's terminal. Well, well, well. Looks like we stumbled across a conspiracy in this place. Obviously, everyone was killed or they got out and then got eradicated by the nuclear holocaust, but still. There's a lot of sentry bots here. Okay. Some pre-war books. I'll take those. Locked with a very hard lock. Okay. Alright, none of those worked. Cool, but that doesn't really do much for me. Is that all I get? Alright. Quarterstaff. There it is. Partnerships. A prototype. Interesting. And then we've already read those. So a flame-inducing weapon is involved with this. So LOB Enterprises definitely doesn't seem to be what they lead on. Oh, by the way, I don't need to say this. I don't need to say this because it's kind of common sense. The dart gun is completely useless on robots. So don't bother using it on robots. Even still, the poison effect does nothing to ghouls, but it does affect super mutants for some reason. But okay. Oh, come on. No. Somewhere in this area. Wow, not even close that time. There we go. Oh, Lord. I'll take that. Fix up my metal blaster. Stim packs. Foot locker has nothing in it. Leather belts. A mini nuke and a sink. Alright. Sure. The CEO's terminal. A Chinese pistol. Well, there you have it. So yes, this is how you get, honestly, the only good Chinese pistol in the game. It has quite the name, so don't ask me to pronounce this thing. So, unlike a normal Chinese pistol, which honestly is terrible, this one still uses 10mm ammo like the Chinese pistol, but it has a very interesting effect, which... Let's get out of here and probably go fight some raiders. Or, I could just shoot into the room and light that gas. It's a shame they never brought back the Chinese pistol in other Fallout games, because I would have loved to have upgraded the thing. Make it less suckish. I mean, even still, the 10mm pistol drops off after a point in the game, but if you get, like, legendary effects in Fallout 4 or 76, then suddenly the 10mm pistol becomes less of a liability. Oh, hey, what's up? Okay, the thing has a cool sound effect. And what it does is, yes, it lights them on fire. Is that hilarious? Alright, let's heal ourselves a bit. Not the best gun in the game, but it's very unique. It has that unique sound effect, and it lights your opponent on fire, which I find amusing. Is it the best sidearm in the game? No. There are... So... Let's finish the this unmarked quest and head back to Girder Shade. So the Naughty Nightwear, real quick, I want to show you something funny about it. This is what it looks like. It's leopard pajamas. So anyway.
What?
Do you know someone named Grady?
Grady? Maybe. Why you...
I have a package for you from him.
Holy crap. You have it? Well, hand it over. I've been waiting over a year for that damn thing.
I'll sell it to you for 300 caps.
Fine, fine, anything. Suit you.
So yes, it's a unique version of the sexy sleepwear. What Bethesda won't do. Alright, there's only a handful of side quests that I know of left, because we took care of most of them in Paradise Falls, besides the obvious one, just killing everyone there. Oasis, that one's... I would do the Tenpenny Tower quest, but it just... Let's go ahead and do it, because this is one of those quests where it doesn't end well, regardless of what size you choose.
Give me a second. Keep your panties on. Hi.
We're going to do the good option, because while it's good, it does not have the best result, which is annoying.
Good to see you.
We interrupt our regularly scheduled program for some news. I've been getting more and more reports of these mercenary maniacs.
Which way is Herbert Dashwood's personal suite? Oh, here it is.
Ow! And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio. Bringing you the truth.
Hello,
Bad it hurts. Now listen.
Herbert Dashwood. Damn glad to meet you. Call me Daring.
Daring, bet you had to earn that nickname, huh?
Maybe you've heard the GNR radio play? The Adventures of Herbert Daring Dashwood? That's about me, you know. Based on my, earlier days. I even had a ghoul manservant. Let me ask you, you ever met a ghoul before?
Sure, I've met some ghouls. They're just people trying to get by.
Ah, you already learned some wisdom in your youth. Congratulations.
I bet you know a thing or two about those ghouls.
Some ghouls moved into the nearby metro tunnel. There's a bunch of the so-called feral. I've tried explaining to my fellow tenants, the intelligent ones should stay away from our trigger-happy protectors. If there are enough feral ones, though... Aha! Haven't you ever heard? He did it in the style of those shows they had before the war. Of course, they do portray me as a bit of a chump. Argyle may have saved my hide more than once, but I had my moments. Ah, those were the days.
Tell me about Argyle.
Argyle was my manservant. Ah, but that's really just a fancy word for the guy who saves my sorry skin on a regular occasion. He was a ghoul, you see. Been around since before the war. We met when I stole his girlfriend back in '41. We've been best friends ever since. We got separated a long time ago and never reunited. If you find Argyle out there somewhere, you be sure and tell me, okay?
Funny story about that. I can relate because, I got in the middle of a very, let's say, tumultuous relationship with the same girl. We both decided to just throw her out of our lives because we turned out that she was, one of those manipulators who use people to get closer to others. And ironically, that guy and I are very close friends now.
Dead. Argyle. You're sure? My God. I always thought he'd outlive me by at least 100 years. Poor bastard. But thank you. Thank you for telling me. At least now I know. At least now the poor guy can catch a breather. I'd like to return your kindness. Here, take this key. It unlocks my safe. Lots of stuff in there I'll never use again. My adventuring days are over.
Those are the worst kind of people. She used him to get close to me, then she used me to get close to another friend of mine. And they apparently had some relations together. Had to wait until he stepped away so I can take this stuff. Because even though he gives you the key, you're still technically stealing from him.
Good to see.
But, yeah, true story. True story. Because I got involved with that girl, though, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I came out the better for it, but at the same time, it's like there are days that are just rough
What?
as can be because I remember how things were
That damn Roy.
ended up.
If I were a betting man, and that would make Tenpenny nervous. But I can't spare the manpower to go. They've holed up in the, I suppose. But Roy Phillips. Good.
Okay, so we have this little side quest here. The good, quote-unquote, ending requires us to talk down the bigots and then get the feral, well, not the feral ghouls, but the ghouls to move into Tenpenny Tower. But it doesn't end super well because what happens is the end result is all the humans that remain in the tower all get killed and then thrown into the cellar.
I'm not in the mood for you, ass.
Going to say, are my shots even registering? No scope.
We're all clear here.
Hey, what do you need?
Man, talk about packing heat. The guy has an RPG. Well, it's given me a bit of a better ability in reading people now, but it's still not perfect. Let's just say I'm a little wary around others from time to time. But once I get to know you, the all the doors and walls come down. That's just my philosophy on everything. Because getting burned too many times can really give you a new perspective. But anyway. Hello. At least you guys aren't Reavers. Ugh. I'll take that. Reload. I will say something about any RPG, well, any shooter that I ever play. I have one of the worst habits ever. And sometimes it can lead to me getting completely annihilated. Every time I get a kill, my force of habit is to reload. So it can be both a good thing and a bad thing. Unless you have those games where you can interrupt your reloading, which is not realistic in the slice. Ah, there's a Reaver. First, let's cripple this guy. Make him a little less threatening. Those guys are hard as hell to take down. Those guys can even tank mini nuke shots, which makes no sense whatsoever. But whenever we start tackling those portions of the games where they become more frequent, we're going to have companions with us. Because we're going to need them. The revolution starts here.
You there. Put your weapons away. Come over here. No funny business, unless you want to get shot. What are you doing here?
I'm here to see Roy Phillips.
Oh yeah? Is he expecting you? Well then, run along. It's not wise to keep Roy waiting. Has a bit of a temper, that one. You watch yourself.
So what are you doing here?
I've been stomping around with Roy and his gang of misfits. Roy's a no-nonsense, take-no-prisoners kind of guy. He heard about this Tenpenny asshole, and now he's trying to get us in that tower. He's hatching some kind of plan to kill all those bigot bastards. Believe it or not, I used to vacation there. Watch it, will ya?
Alright, that is the way out and a shortcut. So we don't have to... So whenever we backtrack, we don't have to go through all those tunnels again. Unless this is where we're supposed to go, I don't remember. No, that's the way out. Yeah, that's right. It's down here. He magically opens the way for you. The gate will not open until you talk to him, which I find very funny. And it's like there's no button up there, and it's locked until they talk to you. Until I talk to you. Are you a wizard?
Good to see you. What do you want? Biding our time, making plans. We've got rights.
Might be able to help you get in there.
I already got a plan. They think we'll unleash our feral brethren on them. All those bigoted sons of bitches will get torn apart. Trouble is getting past the damn subway access door. You see this? Some kind of escape door that leads from the...
Let me try talking to him. Maybe he wouldn't mind you living there.
Ah, those snooty bitches probably can't stand living with each other. But by all means, try talking to Tenpenny if you like. You get that escape door in the Tenpenny basement open, and I'll unleash those ferals on them.
So the quote-unquote good way is to talk everyone down, get the bigots to leave. But we're going to be a little more heinous. Instead of talking them down, we're going to steal from the vendors to get rid of them. And then the other bigots, you just have to talk them down or kill them. So we're going to be extremely morally gray in this entire situation. No sense of being lazy. It's just right here. Of course, I'm on the wrong side of the gate, so okay, I will be late.